What's up, guys? I'm Davis with Pow Theory, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the next Batman solo film. This is the first Batman solo film since Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises in 2012. Can you believe it? So many things have happened over the last several years, and we finally have enough real information. So here's some basic data about the film that I found on IMDb. It's going to be called The Batman. It's simple but super classy and kind of a comic golden era inspired name. Matt Reeves will be the director, and he's also writing the script. The release date is set for June 25th, 2021. As producers, you're going to have, again, Matt Reeves, Jeff Johns, Dylan Clark, and Ben Affleck. Yes, I did say Ben Affleck, so now that I mentioned Affleck, we need to delve into some of the background to make sense of everything that we're going to be talking about going forward. Obviously, Ben Affleck has donned the cowl over the last several years in the DC Extended Universe, and he was originally expected to play Batman in the solo films for years to come. However, over the last couple years, this has become increasingly doubtful due to Affleck's personal situation, uncertainty and chaos in the DC universe, and conflicts over script writing on this solo film. Ben Affleck originally wrote the script for this movie, but the production company decided to start over with a Matt Reeves written plot. Now, Affleck was also going to direct this movie, star in the movie, write the script, and direct. It sounds crazy, right? Well, not really, because Affleck has won multiple Oscars in the past for doing something similar with Good Will Hunting and Argo. Two of my favorite movies. If you haven't seen them, I would definitely recommend watching them. Anyway, due to these circumstances that I just mentioned, Affleck first stepped down from directing the movie, and then eventually, this last couple weeks here, he officially stepped away from playing the role of Batman. I think that Ben Affleck was a great Bruce Wayne in Batman, and I was super excited to see him in a solo Batman film. I don't think he ever got the chance to excel as the Caped Crusader in the films he performed in, which I don't think was his fault. I do wish Ben Affleck the best going forward. So there's the history that got us to the present day. Now let's look forward and speculate about this film. So ScreenRant.com states that the film will focus on Batman as a detective. This comes from direct quotes from Matt Reeves. In fact, Slash Film provided quotes from a Television Critics Association appearance from Matt Reeves, one of them being reported on by BatmanNews.com, in which Matt Reeves said the following: "I've talked about making a very point-of-view, noir-driven Batman story in which he is investigating a particular case, and that takes us out into the world of Gotham." Screen Rant also posted that the supporting cast is unknown and will probably see new faces in not just the role of Bruce Wayne, but also his supporting cast, including Alfred and Jim Gordon. Multiple sources reported giving quotes from Matt Reeves that although the new Bruce Wayne is going to be younger in this film, it will not be an origin film. When Affleck was writing this script, we know that Deathstroke was going to be the main villain in this solo film. Matt Reeves stated that in the film, we're actually going to see a Batman rogues gallery, so there will be many villains in this movie, which gets me, and I'm sure a lot of you, very excited. The idea has been floated out there for a couple years now, and this is definitely speculation, but that the film could take place in Arkham Asylum. Like the video games, Batman would be fighting his way through Arkham while trying to solve a mystery. If this film does feature a large portion of Batman's rogues gallery, then that plot actually would make sense. Screen Rant speculates that the first studio release teaser trailer could be shown at this year's Comic-Con. I do agree with that, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for things to come to light on the film's plot this year. So let's transition to what we've all been waiting for. Who will replace Ben Affleck as the next Dark Knight? Check this out. I get a kick out of this. I had absolutely no idea. but CNBC published an article about how the international betting market is involved with the Batman casting action. Irish bookmaker Boyle Sports has released their early odds on the actors that are most likely to get the role as the Caped Crusader. I've done a lot of research, and the list that they published with the odds is probably the most comprehensive list out there. So we're going to use that list in this video. I do like sports betting, and now Batman, obviously I'm all over this. First up, we have Armie Hammer with 7-2 odds, okay? So 22% chance to earn the role. I can see this, people. Check out the photos. He does have the look and the acting chops. Next up is Jake Gyllenhaal with 11-2 odds. So they're giving that a 15% chance. Jake is my personal favorite candidate. I think he'd do a great job. BatmanNews.com did report that Matt Reeves is still meeting with Jake, and we know he's done this for a long time. He fancied Jake Gyllenhaal even back when Ben Affleck hadn't left the role yet. Okay, next up is Jon Hamm. Jon probably would be my favorite candidate, but you need to start with a younger actor. He does have the looks. He has the height. He has the voice. I mean, have you seen Mad Men? But he would be getting close to 50 years old by the time they started filming this. You're going to do multiple films, including an origin movie even further down the line. You probably need to go in a different direction. Okay, tied at 8-1 odds, Ben Barnes and Michael B. Jordan. I think Michael B. Jordan would be awesome as the Batman. Also, something I found fascinating. Next up, you have John Krasinski at 9-1 odds. So pretty unlikely. And although I'm a fan of his, I can't really picture this happening. But that is interesting to see that he's on the list. Finishing up the list is Josh Brolin and Chris Pine, both at 16-1 odds. So there you go. There's the list that they put out. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, my reaction to all of this is that first, I'm sad to see that Ben Affleck is out of Bruce Wayne. I thought he represented the character very well, but that the studio never gave him a chance to shine. I get it. It wasn't a Christian Bale performance, but he didn't have a Christopher Nolan as a sidekick. I do get why they need to get a younger actor. And this, all just kind of points to the dysfunction and failure of the DC Extended Universe. I would have given Batman a solo film prior to introducing him to the audience in Batman vs. Superman and the Justice League. I personally love the idea of Batman fighting his way through Arkham Asylum. I hope this does take place either now or later in the Matt Reeves franchise. The film is reportedly not an origin film, and I do want to say that I'm a little bit worried about that. Jumping straight into a film with a huge rogues gallery sounds incredible, but I think the average person would become much more attached to a story arc that involves, in the first film, an origin of Batman and his enemies, rather than almost a repeat of Batman vs. Superman or Justice League, where you had so many people introduced at once without much of a background. Look at how Christopher Nolan built his story from the ground up. So that's my major worry with all of this, but that doesn't take away from my personal excitement as a Batman fan. Now, I personally think that Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be the next Bruce Wayne. I didn't like the idea at first. It was a little bit weird to me, but I've started to come around to it, and I actually think he would do an excellent job. It sounds weird, but he has the facial structural features. He's the right age, and he's an excellent actor that would delve really deep into the role. All right, everybody, I want to hear from you. What are your impressions? Are you excited, skeptical, or something else? What villain or villains do you think we'll see in this film? And do you think we're going to see the Joker? That's an interesting thought. Who do you hope to see as the next Batman? Is there anyone that wasn't on this list that you think is a good Batman candidate? Okay, leave a comment below. I love seeing your thoughts. Of course, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. It's easy and it helps us know that people like seeing the content that we're putting out. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.